Have you ever felt like a candle burning at both ends, giving and giving until there's barely a flicker left? You're not alone. Today we're delving into ancient wisdom that can not only save you from burning out, but can also teach you how to shine even brighter. Welcome, warriors of the modern age. You're here because you're different, because you care deeply, give freely, and often question whether you're doing enough. But here's the reality check. Caring for others at the expense of yourself isn't noble. It's a recipe for disaster. Today, we'll explore the delicate balance of kindness and self-care. We'll draw upon the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and uncover how these ancient principles can revolutionize your life in today's chaotic world. Chapter 1. The issue of overgiving. Imagine holding a cup. This cup represents your energy, your time, your essence. Now picture constantly pouring from this cup to fill others, friends, family, colleagues, all coming to you with their empty cups, and you pour and pour without hesitation. It feels good, doesn't it? Being the one people rely on, the rock in the storm. But here's the twist. What happens when your cup runs dry? When you reach for that last drop of energy and find nothing? This, my friends, is the harsh reality of overgiving. It's a trap that ensnares the best of us. We sacrifice sleep, self-care, and sanity on the altar of others' needs. We wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor, thinking it proves our worth. But here's the truth. Constant self-sacrifice isn't sustainable, and it's not even truly helpful. When we're running on empty, the quality of our help diminishes. We become irritable, resentful, and even bitter. Is that the version of yourself you want to offer the world? This is where the Stoics step in with their timeless wisdom. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he is not, but rejoices for those which he has." In other words, true strength isn't about giving everything away. It's about recognizing and appreciating your resources and using them wisely. The Stoics understood that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. They knew that to be truly helpful and kind, we must ensure our cup is full. So ask yourself, how full is your cup right now? Are you giving from a place of abundance, or are you scraping the bottom, offering others nothing but the dried remnants of your former vitality? It's time to change the narrative. Learn the art of sustainable giving and discover how setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care can actually make you more generous, impactful, and infinitely more fulfilled. Chapter 2. The garden analogy picture. Two gardens side by side. One is a lush paradise bursting with vibrant flowers and ripe fruit. The other is withered, overgrown with weeds, barely holding on to life. Now ask yourself, which gardener has more to offer their community? This, my friends, is the essence of Stoic self-care. Tending your own garden first isn't selfish, it's necessary. It enables you to help others in a sustainable way. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Your self-care isn't an obstacle to generosity. It's the very path to sustainable kindness. By nurturing your well-being, you create an abundance from which to give. You're not depleting yourself, but sharing your overflow. This is the Stoic perspective on sustainable help. Think about it. A thriving garden doesn't just feed its owner. It provides beauty for passers-by, shelter for wildlife, and harvest to share with neighbors. It becomes a source of inspiration and nourishment for the entire community. So, I challenge you. Be that garden. Cultivate your strengths, nourish your mind, tend to your emotional health. Create a wellspring of vitality that naturally overflows to those around you. Remember, in taking care of yourself, You're not just serving your interests, you're preparing yourself to serve others more effectively, more joyfully, and for the long haul. Chapter 3. True Generosity. Now let's dive into the heart of true generosity, not the kind that leaves you drained and resentful, but the kind that fills you up and lights you from within. Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, taught that true giving comes without the expectation of return. It's not a transaction or a debt to be repaid. It's a pure expression of your values and your humanity. When you give without strings attached, something magical happens. You tap into a wellspring of joy beyond the fleeting pleasure of receiving gratitude or recognition. The act itself becomes the reward. Modern psychology backs this up. Studies show that selfless giving activates the pleasure centers in our brain, reduces stress, and increases overall well-being. But here's the key. This only works when the giving is voluntary, not compelled by guilt or obligation. So, ask yourself, are you giving because you genuinely want to, or because you feel you should? Are you seeking validation and approval, or expressing your deepest values? True generosity isn't about quantity. It's not about who gives the most time, money, or energy. It's about quality. It's about giving from a place of abundance, not scarcity. Here's a practice for you. The next time you have the opportunity to give, do it anonymously. Whether it's a kind deed, a donation, or a helping hand, do it without anyone knowing it was you. Feel the difference when you give without any possibility of recognition or return. That's the power of true generosity. By embracing this Stoic principle, you'll find that generosity becomes not a duty, but a source of profound fulfillment. You'll give not because you must, but because you can't imagine doing otherwise. Chapter 4. The Art of Saying No. We've talked about giving. Now let's tackle one of the most crucial skills in your Stoic toolkit, the art of saying no. Epictetus, who rose from enslavement to become a revered philosopher, wisely noted, "If you don't wish to be a hothead, don't feed your habit. Try as a first step to remain calm and count the days you haven't been angry." Now replace anger with overwhelm, and you've got a powerful Stoic technique for setting boundaries. It's about recognizing what feeds your stress and consciously choosing not to indulge it. Saying no isn't about being selfish or unkind. It's about being honest with yourself and others. It's about recognizing your limits and honoring them. It's an act of integrity. Consider this story. A young apprentice took on every task his master gave him, never refusing. He worked tirelessly, impressing everyone with his dedication. But when a crucial project came, he was too exhausted to complete it effectively. The master said, "In trying to do everything, you failed to do what truly matters." This is the pitfall of excessive help. By saying yes to everything, we dilute our ability to make a real impact where it counts. We spread ourselves too thin and everyone loses. So, I challenge you to practice discernment. Before you say yes to any request, ask yourself, is this aligned with my values? Can I give this my best effort? Will this leave me with enough energy for my true priorities? Remember, every yes is implicitly a no to something else. When you say yes to staying late at work, you might be saying no to quality time with your family. When you say yes to a friend's every request, you might be saying no to your own needs. Choose wisely. Your time and energy are precious resources. Allocate them with the same care you'd give to any valuable asset. You're not closing yourself off from the world. By mastering the art of saying no, you're opening yourself up to saying a wholehearted yes to what truly matters. This is the path to living with purpose and impact, the very essence of Stoic wisdom. Chapter 5. Finding Balance. Now let's tackle the art of balance, a concept as old as philosophy, yet as relevant as your last notification. Though not a Stoic, Aristotle gave us the golden mean, the sweet spot between extremes. In our context, it's the balance between selfless giving and rigid self-protection. Imagine a tightrope walker. Lean too far in either direction, and you'll fall. The key is in the constant, mindful adjustment. Here's how to apply this wisdom. First, conduct a life audit. List your commitments, your goals, and your daily activities. Now, ruthlessly categorize them. What fills you up and what drains you? What aligns with your values and what's just noise? Next, embrace the power of hell yes or no. When faced with a request or opportunity, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. This simple rule can transform your life, freeing up energy for what truly matters. But balance isn't just about managing external demands. It's about internal harmony too. The Stoics taught ataraxia, the tranquility of the soul. Cultivate this through daily reflection. Ask yourself, am I living by my values? Am I growing or just going through the motions? Remember, balance isn't a destination, it's a journey. You'll wobble and sometimes fall. The key is to keep adjusting and keep learning. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Find joy in the process of creating balance. Celebrate small wins. Learn from missteps. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on philosophy, personal growth, and living wisely.